Welcome back, American coin hunter. The 1992 1-cent coin is one of those ordinary-looking American pennies that almost everyone has touched, spent, ignored, or dropped into a jar without thinking twice. Yet hidden behind its copper surface is a story so deep, so layered, and so controversial that it has shaken the coin-collecting world for decades, because this single year produced some of the most mysterious errors, unexpected varieties, and whispered legends of extreme value that continue to fuel speculation, debate, and obsession among collectors, investors, and treasure hunters around the world, especially those who believe that a single small Lincoln cent could theoretically be worth as much as $241 million under the rarest circumstances imaginable. At first glance, the 1992 penny looks simple, familiar, and unremarkable. It carries the classic Lincoln Memorial design that Americans had been seeing since 1959, with Abraham Lincoln's dignified portrait on the front, facing right, his calm expression symbolizing unity, endurance, and democracy. Above his head is the word liberty. To the left appears the date 1992, and to the right the phrase "In God We Trust," all struck crisply or sometimes imperfectly, depending on the die condition and minting process. Beneath the date, some examples carry a small letter, a mint symbol, while others do not, and that tiny detail alone can mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth more than most people will earn in a lifetime. The standard weight of a 1992 1-cent coin is approximately 2.5 grams, because by this time the United States Mint had already transitioned from solid copper pennies to copper-plated zinc coins. The composition is 97.5% zinc with a thin outer layer of copper, giving the coin its familiar reddish tone while keeping production costs low. The diameter measures about 19.05 millimeters, and the thickness is around 1.52 millimeters, dimensions that had remained largely unchanged for decades. To most people, this penny feels light, almost insignificant, but to collectors, even a fraction of a gram difference can indicate a major mint error, and weight is often the first clue that something extraordinary may be hiding in plain sight. The coin symbol for the 1-cent piece is simply cent, a symbol that has existed for centuries and represents the smallest unit of U.S. currency. Yet, ironically, some of the rarest cents have become the most valuable coins ever discussed. The irony is powerful. The lowest denomination can sometimes command the highest price. That contradiction lies at the heart of the fascination with the 1992 penny. The history of the 1992 penny is deeply connected to a transitional period in U.S. minting. By the early 1990s, the U.S. Mint was under pressure to reduce costs, increase efficiency, and modernize equipment. Dies were being pushed harder, production numbers were massive, and quality control, while still strict, occasionally allowed anomalies to slip through. In 1992 alone, billions of pennies were struck across different mints, including Philadelphia and Denver, with San Francisco producing proof versions for collectors. With such high production volume, the potential for errors multiplied, and among these errors emerged one of the most famous and controversial varieties in modern numismatics. The 1992 close AM penny. On the reverse side of the coin, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, with the words United States of America curved across the top and the denomination 1 cent at the bottom. Above the memorial is the motto E pluribus unum, and it is within this phrase that one of the most valuable secrets of the 1992 penny is hidden. In most pennies from 1992, the letters A and M in the word America are spaced slightly apart, known as the wide AM variety. However, a tiny number of 1992 pennies were struck using a reverse die that was not supposed to be used for circulation coins that year, resulting in the A and M being extremely close, almost touching. This is known as the close AM variety, and it was officially not intended for circulation in 1992. As the story of the 1992 1-cent coin continues, the deeper you go into its world, the more complex and fascinating it becomes, because this tiny piece of metal is not just a product of machinery, but a reflection of economics, technology, human error, and obsession. And when you understand how many hands, decisions, and processes are involved in minting even a single penny, you begin to realize how extraordinary it is when something goes wrong in just the right way to create a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. In 1992, The United States Mint was operating at an industrial scale that most people cannot even imagine. Millions of blanks were moving through high-speed presses every single day. Dies were being changed, polished, reused, and sometimes retired late, and the pressure to meet circulation demand was relentless. When a reverse die intended for proof coins finds its way into regular production, that mistake is not just a small slip. It is a breakdown in a system designed to avoid exactly that outcome. That is why the 1992 close AM penny is so significant. It should not exist, yet it does, and that contradiction alone is what gives it so much power in the world of numismatics. Collectors often describe the moment they first learn about the close AM variety as a turning point. Suddenly, every 1992 penny becomes a suspect. The spacing between the A and M in America becomes a clue, a test, a gateway to potential fortune. Under magnification, the difference is subtle but unmistakable once you know what to look for. On the close AM, the letters almost touch, creating a visual tension that feels wrong compared to the wide spacing of normal circulation coins. That tiny difference has launched countless searches, filled forums with debates, and sent people digging through decades-old change. Beyond the close AM, the 1992 penny is also known for a wide range of lesser-known errors that, when combined, can elevate a coin into a whole new category of desirability. Die cracks, for example, occur when a die begins to fracture from repeated use. These cracks can appear as raised lines on the coin, sometimes running through Lincoln's portrait or across the memorial. A dramatic die crack gives the impression that the coin is scarred, almost wounded, and collectors often love these because they are visual evidence of stress and failure within the minting process itself. Another fascinating error type is the cud, which happens when a piece of the die breaks off entirely, leaving a blob of raised metal on the coin where the design should be. A 1992 penny with a large cud, especially one that affects a major design element, can be extremely valuable. If that cud appears on a close AM reverse, the value discussion moves into territory where price guides no longer apply and private negotiation becomes the norm. Then there are strike-through errors, where foreign materials such as grease, cloth, or metal shavings interfere with the strike, leaving portions of the design weak or missing. These errors are unpredictable and unique, making each one a standalone artifact. A strike-through on a 1992 penny that obscures part of the memorial or Lincoln's face adds another layer of story to the coin. Another moment where something unexpected happened on the mint floor. The zinc core used in 1992 pennies also introduces its own category of errors. Over time, zinc cents are notorious for corrosion when the copper plating is breached, but a genuine mint error involving improper plating can result in bubbles, blisters, or exposed zinc that occurred at the moment of manufacture, not years later. Distinguishing between post-mint damage and true mint errors requires expertise, but when verified, these coins become prized examples of the challenges involved in mass-producing low-denomination currency. The market for rare coins does not operate like a simple retail environment. Prices are shaped by auctions, private sales, reputation, and timing. When a rare coin appears at auction, it attracts attention not only from collectors, but from investors who see coins as portable stores of wealth. Unlike stocks or digital assets, a rare coin is tangible, historical, and finite. No more 1992 pennies will ever be minted. That fixed supply creates a sense of urgency that can drive bidding wars to extraordinary levels. Stories of multi-million-dollar coin sales often begin quietly. A coin is submitted for grading. The grading service confirms authenticity and assigns a grade. Word spreads among insiders. Major auction houses take notice. Catalogs are prepared with dramatic language, emphasizing rarity, condition, and provenance. By the time the auction begins, the coin has already achieved a kind of mythic status. The bidding itself becomes a spectacle, with prices climbing in increments that most people associate with houses or businesses, not pennies. The idea of a $241 million valuation sits at the extreme end of this spectrum, representing not a guaranteed price, but a ceiling of possibility. It assumes a perfect convergence of factors: absolute uniqueness, historical significance, flawless preservation, and intense competition among buyers for whom money is no object. In that world, value is not measured by logic alone, but by desire and symbolism. Owning the most famous 1992 penny ever discovered would not just be an investment. It would be a statement. Cultural context also matters. The early 1990s were a time of transition in the United States, politically, economically, and technologically. The Cold War had ended, the digital age was beginning, and institutions were adapting to new realities. Coins minted during this period carry that context with them. A rare 1992 penny becomes a time capsule, a physical reminder of a moment when the world was changing rapidly. Collectors often pass their passion down through generations. A child who learns about rare pennies from a parent or grandparent may grow up with a sense of wonder about coins that goes beyond money. That emotional connection sustains the market. It ensures that even decades from now, people will still be searching, still learning, still telling stories about legendary finds. The act of searching itself becomes a ritual. Sorting through rolls of pennies, examining each one under light, listening to the faint clink of metal, feeling the weight in your hand, all of it creates a meditative experience. Every coin is a possibility. Most will be ordinary. A few will be interesting. And once in a very long while, one might be extraordinary. There are also cautionary tales. The excitement of potential riches can lead people to overestimate the value of damaged or altered coins. Scratches, dents, and post-mint modifications can mimic errors to the untrained eye. That is why education is so important in numismatics. True rarity is precise, documented, and verifiable. The difference between a valuable error and a worthless damaged coin often comes down to details that only careful study can reveal. As technology advances, new tools emerge for analysis. High-resolution imaging, metal composition testing, and digital die matching allow experts to identify and authenticate coins with greater accuracy than ever before. These tools also help uncover new varieties that may have gone unnoticed in the past. It is entirely possible that additional 1992 penny varieties exist, waiting to be recognized by someone with the right combination of curiosity and expertise. The legend of the 1992 1-cent coin continues to grow because it sits at the intersection of chance and intention. It was never meant to be special, yet through a series of small deviations, it became extraordinary. That narrative resonates deeply with people because it mirrors a broader human truth. Sometimes the most valuable things emerge from mistakes, from moments when the system falters and something unique slips through. The allure of the 1992 1-cent coin does not stop at its physical characteristics. It extends into the world of stories, rumors, and whispered legends that circulate among collectors, dealers, and auctioneers. Every time someone claims to have found a close AM penny or a 1992 penny with multiple errors, the community reacts with a mixture of excitement and skepticism. Some stories are verified through photographs and professional grading, while others remain tantalizing mysteries, fueling the imagination of thousands who dream of discovering their own numismatic treasure. The mythos surrounding these coins is almost as valuable as the coins themselves, because in numismatics, reputation and narrative carry tremendous weight. A coin that has a confirmed pedigree, documented discovery, and history of ownership can command astronomical prices, sometimes eclipsing coins of even greater rarity but lesser provenance. The concept of provenance is crucial when discussing coins like the 1992 penny. Provenance refers to the documented history of a coin's ownership and its journey from the mint to collectors. Coins that have passed through famous collections, been exhibited in museums, or sold at prestigious auctions gain an added layer of legitimacy and allure. A 1992 close AM penny with a clear provenance becomes more than just a rare coin. It becomes a historical artifact, a story preserved in copper and zinc. Collectors pay premiums not only for rarity but for certainty, and this is why coins with well-documented pedigrees are the ones that reach valuations in the millions, while less verifiable examples struggle to find serious buyers. The story of errors on the 1992 penny also intersects with human curiosity and psychology. People are drawn to anomalies because they are unexpected, disruptive, and unique. A penny with a slight doubling on the date, a faint die crack across Lincoln's shoulder, or an A and M that almost touch suddenly transforms the ordinary into something extraordinary. This psychological phenomenon, known as the novelty effect, drives collectors to obsess over minor details that would be invisible to the untrained eye. In fact, the thrill of discovery, the moment a collector realizes they might be holding a one-of-a-kind coin, is often described as more valuable than any monetary reward. Beyond individual errors, the 1992 penny serves as a case study in minting practices and technological evolution. By this period, the United States Mint had already moved to a predominantly automated process, with precision presses, mechanical feeders, and highly controlled environmental conditions. Yet even in a system designed for perfection, small deviations could and did occur. Slight shifts in the die, variations in striking pressure, or minute inconsistencies in planchet thickness could all contribute to unique anomalies. Each coin, therefore, is not just a currency unit. It is a record of the minting process, capturing a fleeting moment in which human oversight and mechanical precision intersected in unpredictable ways. Collectors of modern pennies, especially the 1992 varieties, also pay close attention to grading. Grading evaluates a coin's condition on a scale from poor to perfect mint state, taking into account luster, strike quality, wear, and eye appeal. Even a rare 1992 close AM penny can see its value diminished if it shows significant circulation, wear, or damage. Conversely, a coin in near-perfect condition can exponentially increase in value, especially when combined with rarity and provenance. Professional grading services provide a standardized assessment, and a high-grade 1992 penny with a verified close AM reverse can become a centerpiece of any collection. The investment potential of 1992 pennies is intertwined with broader trends in rare coin markets. As wealth accumulates globally, there is growing interest in tangible assets that are finite, portable, and historically significant. Rare coins meet all these criteria. They offer collectors not only a personal connection to history, but also the potential for substantial financial return. While a standard 1992 penny is worth its face value, the elite varieties have captured imaginations and investment interest alike, sometimes leading to dramatic auctions where prices escalate far beyond initial estimates. Media and online forums have also played a significant role in the legend of the 1992 penny. Videos, blog posts, and discussion boards allow collectors to share discoveries, ask for opinions, and compare details. The proliferation of high-resolution images and magnified photographs has made it easier for enthusiasts to identify subtle varieties, spreading awareness and increasing demand. Every post about a rare 1992 penny, every photograph highlighting the close AM or unusual errors, feeds into the collective consciousness of the numismatic community, further fueling desire and speculation. The concept of perfect rarity becomes particularly fascinating when applied to the 1992 penny. Imagine a coin that is simultaneously flawless in strike, uncirculated, showing the close AM reverse, multiple die errors, perhaps a slight off-center strike, and preserved in a pristine, untouched state since minting. This theoretical coin represents the pinnacle of collecting aspiration, a coin that combines multiple factors of rarity, history, and aesthetics. While such a coin may or may not exist, discussions about its potential value, sometimes cited at hundreds of millions of dollars, serve to inspire both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Collectors are also drawn to the cultural and historical symbolism embedded in the 1992 penny. Lincoln's portrait evokes ideals of leadership, perseverance, and integrity, while the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse ties the coin to the broader American narrative of unity and remembrance. Owning a rare variant, therefore, is not only a financial or aesthetic pursuit, it is a way of holding a tangible piece of national heritage. This intangible value, though difficult to quantify, plays a central role in driving high-end market prices. The thrill of the hunt is another element that cannot be overstated. Thousands of coins are examined, sorted, and discarded in the search for that one exceptional specimen. Coin collectors often describe the process as addictive, exhilarating, and sometimes frustrating. Every roll of pennies presents the possibility of discovery, the faint hope that the next coin could be extraordinary. This anticipation is part of what makes the 1992 penny so compelling. Ordinary to the casual observer, yet potentially life-changing for those who understand the significance of the close AM and other rare errors. Even damaged or imperfect coins contribute to the lore of the 1992 penny. Post-mint wear, discoloration, or environmental effects may make coins less valuable monetarily, but they also tell a story of circulation, history, and daily life. Each scratch, dent, or mark represents a journey through pockets, registers, and cash drawers. In this way, the 1992 penny is both a collectible and a historical document, preserving moments of everyday American life while simultaneously harboring the potential for extraordinary value. Numismatic experts often emphasize patience and diligence when seeking rare 1992 pennies. Success is rarely immediate. It requires knowledge, observation, and an understanding of what constitutes true rarity. Many collectors spend years building expertise, learning to differentiate between subtle variations in die alignment, letter spacing, or metal composition. The payoff, however, can be monumental. A single correct identification can transform a coin from an ordinary penny to a centerpiece of a world-class collection, capable of attracting global attention and commanding unprecedented prices. The saga of the 1992 1-cent coin becomes even more captivating when you consider the documented auction stories and the high-stakes environment in which rare pennies are traded. Over the past few decades, examples of the 1992 close AM variety have surfaced sporadically, each appearance reigniting the frenzy among collectors and dealers alike. One particularly famous case involved a coin discovered in a roll purchased at a small local bank, a seemingly mundane transaction that transformed an ordinary customer into a participant in numismatic legend. The collector noticed something unusual in the spacing of the letters on the reverse and, with the aid of magnification and expert consultation, confirmed it was indeed a close AM variant. The story quickly spread across collector forums and online communities, drawing attention from both hobbyists and professional investors. When this coin eventually went to auction, bidding escalated rapidly, fueled by both rarity and provenance, with the final hammer price surpassing tens of thousands of dollars, demonstrating how a coin once considered common can suddenly achieve extraordinary value when verified as unique. Such auction stories also highlight the intricate interplay between authentication, grading, and market psychology. Grading services evaluate the coin's condition with microscopic precision, analyzing factors such as strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and the clarity of design elements. A coin with an exceptionally sharp close AM reverse, free from circulation marks and environmental damage, can achieve a mint state 65 or higher, a grade that instantly elevates its desirability. These evaluations are not merely technical. They form the foundation upon which buyers justify spending large sums. The combination of rarity, flawless condition, and verified authenticity makes these coins suitable for display in museum collections or high-profile private portfolios. Collector psychology plays a particularly fascinating role in the market for 1992 pennies. Unlike other commodities, coins are imbued with emotional, historical, and cultural significance. A collector holding a rare 1992 penny does not merely possess a small piece of metal. They hold a tangible connection to history, a representation of the minting technology, and a testament to the unpredictability of human and mechanical processes. This psychological component drives prices upward, often beyond what rational economic analysis might suggest. The thrill of discovery, the sense of ownership of something unique in the world, and the pride of inclusion in an elite group of collectors contribute to the extraordinary valuation potential, explaining why discussions of a $241 million penny, though extreme, are not dismissed outright in numismatic circles. The errors that elevate 1992 pennies to such levels of fascination are numerous and varied. Off-center strikes are among the most visually dramatic. When a penny is struck slightly off the planchet, part of the design may be missing, cropped, or distorted. Off-center coins are highly collectible, especially when the date remains visible, because they are visually striking and demonstrate a moment when the minting press deviated from precision. Similarly, double dies, where the design elements appear doubled due to misalignment during die preparation, create a unique visual effect that can be subtle or pronounced. On a 1992 penny, doubling on the date, Lincoln's portrait, or lettering can significantly increase the coin's rarity and desirability. Planchet errors, such as improper metal composition or lamination issues, further enhance the intrigue. A penny struck on a defective zinc core with partial copper plating or an unexpected foreign planchet becomes a singular artifact, evidence of the complex processes that produce millions of coins daily. Even minor variations in weight, thickness, or metallic composition are closely scrutinized by collectors, as they may indicate transitional errors or anomalies that occurred only in small quantities. Such subtleties are often what differentiate a common penny from a historically significant numismatic treasure. The market for these coins is global, spanning the United States, Europe, and Asia. International collectors are particularly drawn to the 1992 penny because it represents both a modern minting era and an opportunity to own a piece of distinctly American history. Auctions for rare examples are highly competitive, sometimes involving silent bids, live phone bids, and online bidding platforms that allow participants to engage from anywhere in the world. This global reach drives up prices further, creating bidding wars that can escalate rapidly once a coin's rarity is established and its authenticity verified. Emotional collector experiences are another critical aspect of the 1992 penny narrative. Many collectors describe the moment of discovery as profoundly transformative. Finding a close AM penny in circulation, or recognizing a subtle die error that others have overlooked, generates a sense of accomplishment and excitement akin to discovering a lost treasure. These experiences are often shared in collector clubs, forums, and social media, contributing to a collective fascination that continually renews interest in the coin and encourages new generations to explore the hobby. The concept of perfect rarity remains central to valuation discussions. A theoretical coin that combines multiple desirable features, a pristine close AM reverse, prominent die cracks, minor doubling, flawless strike, and preserved luster, represents the ultimate prize for a collector. Such coins, if they exist, would likely be considered one-of-a-kind, pushing valuations to unprecedented heights. The notion of a $241 million coin, while hypothetical, embodies this perfect convergence of rarity, condition, provenance, and desirability. It is the culmination of decades of collecting knowledge, market trends, and human fascination with extraordinary anomalies. Historical context further enhances the 1992 penny's significance. By the early 1990s, the United States was navigating a period of technological advancement and cultural change. Coins minted during this era reflect both traditional minting techniques and the transition to automated processes. A rare 1992 penny thus captures not only the physical characteristics of its time, but also the technological, economic, and cultural milieu in which it was produced. Collectors value this historical resonance, understanding that the coin serves as both a collectible and a historical document, preserving a snapshot of early 1990s America. The ongoing story of the 1992 penny is also shaped by chance discoveries and the unpredictability of circulation. Coins can remain unnoticed in jars, wallets, and collections for decades before being recognized as rare. Each discovery adds to the narrative, reshaping the perceived rarity and influencing market values. This unpredictability sustains collector interest, as every roll of pennies holds the potential for an extraordinary find.in addition. Media attention has amplified the legend of the 1992 penny. News stories, numismatic documentaries, and online content highlight extraordinary finds and discuss theoretical valuations, spreading awareness and stimulating market demand. This media exposure also educates collectors about subtle varieties, ensuring that interest in rare 1992 pennies remains strong across generations. The combination of historical importance, minting anomalies, collector psychology, and market dynamics ensures that the 1992 1-cent coin retains a unique place in the world of numismatics. While ordinary pennies continue to circulate in everyday transactions, the rare varieties capture the imagination and financial interest of collectors worldwide. The interplay of rarity, condition, provenance, and story creates a multifaceted appeal that is unmatched among modern coins. Ultimately, the 1992 penny exemplifies how ordinary objects can achieve extraordinary status. Its journey from the mint to collectors' hands is a testament to the interplay of chance, human oversight, mechanical precision, and the enduring fascination with rarity. Whether discovered in a pocket, a jar of change, or a historic collection, each 1992 penny holds the potential to be extraordinary, a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry stories, history, and value far beyond their physical presence. The fascination with the 1992 1-cent coin deepens when considering the hypothetical scenarios in which multiple errors converge on a single specimen. Imagine a coin that is simultaneously a close AM variety, displaying prominent die cracks, slight doubling on the date and Lincoln's portrait, an off-center strike, and a subtle planchet anomaly. The odds of such a coin existing are infinitesimal, yet the mere possibility drives speculation, fuels collector passion, and has given rise to discussions of valuations that seem almost fantastical, reaching into the hundreds of millions of dollars. These coins are the ultimate intersection of rarity, history, and human curiosity, embodying the principle that extraordinary events often arise from the collision of several improbable factors. Collectors and investors approach these theoretical coins with a combination of strategy, research, and patience. Detailed studies of mint records, die sequences, and production runs allow them to identify where anomalies may have occurred and which rolls or batches of coins are worth inspecting. They analyze photographic archives, historical auction catalogs, and professional grading reports to compare known examples with newly discovered coins. This meticulous attention to detail underscores the dedication and expertise required to operate at the highest levels of numismatics. Auction houses play a crucial role in the ecosystem of high-value pennies. Reputable firms such as Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers provide platforms for the sale of rare coins, offering authentication, grading, and marketing to attract the most serious collectors and investors. When a truly extraordinary 1992 penny appears in such an auction, the bidding can escalate rapidly, sometimes exceeding initial estimates by multiples. Competitive bidding is often fueled not only by rarity, but by the narrative surrounding the coin, its provenance, the errors it displays, and its potential to be a centerpiece in a private collection or museum exhibit. Hypothetical valuations of up to $241 million, while extreme, are rooted in the same market forces that govern other ultra-rare collectibles. Scarcity, desirability, historical significance, and competition among wealthy collectors combine to drive prices beyond conventional reasoning. The uniqueness of the coin creates an intangible value that is impossible to replicate, and for elite collectors, ownership is as much about prestige and historical stewardship as it is about financial gain. The interplay of human error and minting technology is central to understanding why 1992 pennies can achieve such significance. In 1992, the mint was operating with automated presses and advanced planchet handling systems, yet mechanical imperfections, slight misalignments, or die anomalies could still occur. Every error tells a story about the moment of production, the pressures on the dies, the precision of the presses, and the sequence of production that allowed a rare variation to slip through quality control unnoticed. Each coin, therefore, is a microcosm of the minting process, a tangible record of history frozen in copper-plated zinc. Collector psychology amplifies the value of these coins. The thrill of discovery, the sense of owning something unique, and the anticipation of recognition in the collector community all contribute to demand. Coins like the 1992 Close AM penny are not only rare, they carry social and emotional significance. Ownership conveys expertise, patience, and a connection to history. This emotional resonance explains why collectors are willing to pay premiums far exceeding the intrinsic metal value, and why even the suggestion of a potential discovery can ignite widespread excitement. Technological advancements have also transformed how collectors identify rare 1992 pennies. High-resolution digital imaging, microscopic examination, and precise measurement tools allow enthusiasts to detect subtle variations that were previously overlooked. Digital databases and online communities facilitate comparison with known examples, enabling more accurate verification and fostering collaboration among collectors globally. This interconnected approach has led to the discovery of new varieties and error combinations, ensuring that the story of the 1992 penny continues to evolve. The market dynamics for these coins are shaped by scarcity and competition. Unlike mass-produced commodities, rare pennies cannot be manufactured to meet demand. Once a coin is discovered, its rarity is absolute. This finite supply, combined with a growing global collector base, creates conditions in which prices can escalate dramatically. Even incremental discoveries of previously unknown errors can shift perceptions of rarity and influence market valuations, demonstrating the sensitivity of the market to new information. Historical significance also enhances value. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, with the Lincoln Memorial Reverse introduced in 1959. By 1992, the penny was firmly entrenched in American culture, serving as a symbol of everyday life, savings, and national heritage. Rare variants of the 1992 penny thus carry not only financial value but cultural and historical resonance, appealing to collectors who appreciate both monetary and symbolic significance. Collector experiences often highlight the emotional intensity of discovering a rare coin. Finding a close AM penny or a coin with multiple errors is described as a moment of disbelief, exhilaration, and validation. These experiences are shared in forums, social media, and collector networks, reinforcing the legend of the 1992 penny and inspiring others to search with renewed dedication. The personal narratives attached to rare coins contribute to their allure, transforming them from mere currency into cherished artifacts with stories that span generations. The 1992 penny also serves as an example of how ordinary objects can acquire extraordinary significance. While billions of these coins were minted and circulated, the rare varieties, close AM, double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet anomalies, demonstrate how chance and circumstance can elevate an everyday item into a collectible of immense interest. This transformation underscores a broader truth about collectibles. Value is not inherent in the object itself, but emerges from rarity, historical context, and human perception. The theoretical maximum value of a 1992 penny, sometimes cited as $241 million, represents a convergence of factors: absolute rarity, perfect condition, multiple errors, documented provenance, and intense collector demand. While no such sale has occurred, the discussion itself reflects the aspirational nature of the collector market and the enduring fascination with extreme rarities. The story of the 1992 penny exemplifies how numismatics combines history, economics, psychology, and chance into a single compelling narrative that in conclusion, the 1992 1-cent coin, especially the close AM variety and other rare error specimens, stands as a testament to the unpredictable intersection of minting technology, human oversight, and collector enthusiasm. Its legacy is built not only on physical characteristics, but also on stories, discoveries, market dynamics, and emotional resonance. Each coin, whether ordinary or extraordinary, carries the potential to inspire fascination, reward diligence, and connect collectors to a shared history that extends far beyond its humble value as currency. The pursuit of these pennies, the analysis of errors, and the stories of discovery ensure that the 1992 penny remains a central figure in modern numismatics, captivating collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide, and illustrating how a single cent can embody history, rarity, and imagination on a scale few other collectibles can achieve. The story of the 1992 1-cent coin grows even more intricate when examining the specific strategies collectors use to find, verify, and preserve these rare varieties. Serious numismatists approach their pursuit methodically, combining research, observation, and meticulous handling. They begin by studying mint records, die sequences, and historical documentation to identify where anomalies may have occurred. Understanding the difference between the wide AM and close AM varieties is only the beginning. Collectors must also familiarize themselves with known die cracks, subtle doubling, off-center strikes, and planchet anomalies that were recorded or rumored during the 1992 minting process. This foundational knowledge allows them to sift through vast quantities of coins efficiently, focusing their attention on candidates most likely to yield rare examples. Once a potential coin is identified, collectors often employ magnification tools ranging from simple jeweler's loupes to advanced digital microscopes. By examining minute details, the spacing of letters, the depth of the strike, the sharpness of Lincoln's features, they can discern whether a coin is truly exceptional or merely superficially interesting. Even the smallest deviation, imperceptible to the untrained eye, can signify a highly desirable variety. Weight measurements are another critical tool. Coins are precisely weighed to detect planchet inconsistencies that may indicate errors in composition or manufacturing. These subtle tests, when combined with visual inspection, provide a robust methodology for identifying rare specimens before professional verification. Authentication and grading remain essential steps in determining a coin's market value. Professional services examine the coin under controlled lighting, high-powered magnification, and advanced imaging to confirm its authenticity, evaluate condition, and assign a numerical grade. For 1992 pennies, grading can distinguish between a circulated coin with minor interest and a pristine example that is effectively museum quality. High-grade coins with verified close AM reverses or multiple mint errors command significant attention from collectors and investors, with auction estimates often reaching six- or seven-figure ranges. Collector strategies extend beyond identification and verification. Preservation is equally vital. Proper handling techniques, including using cotton gloves, protective holders, and controlled storage environments, ensure that the coin's condition remains unaltered. Even small scratches, environmental corrosion, or exposure to humidity can reduce a coin's value dramatically. Preservation techniques also maintain aesthetic appeal, a factor that, alongside rarity and authenticity, heavily influences bidding and final market prices. Auction dynamics play a central role in realizing the value of rare 1992 pennies. Major coin auctions often attract collectors, museums, and investors from around the globe. Auction houses meticulously market the coins, highlighting rarity, provenance, and error types, often using high-resolution images to showcase subtle details that differentiate an ordinary coin from an extraordinary one. Once the auction begins, competitive bidding can escalate quickly. Each bid is not only a financial transaction, but a statement of intent, a declaration of expertise, and a display of desire to own a tangible piece of history. Historical context enriches the significance of the 1992 penny. Coins minted during this era reflect both traditional craftsmanship and modern technological advances. The minting process in 1992 was largely automated, yet errors still occurred, proof that even in highly controlled industrial systems, chance can produce unique and valuable anomalies. Collectors value these coins not only for their rarity, but also as tangible artifacts that record the intersection of technology, oversight, and human history. The 1992 penny's role in collector psychology is profound. The allure lies not merely in monetary value, but in the thrill of discovery. Collectors describe the anticipation of unrolling pennies, examining each one, and the exhilarating moment when a potential close AM or error coin emerges. This emotional connection transforms the act of collecting into a deeply engaging pursuit, one that is as much about personal satisfaction and intellectual challenge as it is about financial gain. The legend of the 1992 penny grows not only from verified sales, but from countless tales of near misses, unexpected discoveries, and the stories shared among the collector community. Market speculation also factors heavily into the coin's allure. Theoretical valuations, such as the oft-cited $241 million scenario, combine extreme rarity, perfect condition, documented provenance, and intense competitive demand. While such figures are hypothetical, they reflect the aspirational potential of perfect examples. In practice, even moderately rare coins with close AM reverses, die cracks, or minor doubling can command tens of thousands of dollars, demonstrating that collector interest remains strong across multiple rarity levels. The interplay between rarity, market demand, and narrative ensures that the 1992 penny continues to inspire new generations of collectors. Online communities, auction previews, and numismatic publications disseminate knowledge, highlight discoveries, and create excitement around previously overlooked coins. Every new example identified or authenticated contributes to the collective understanding of 1992 penny varieties, further enhancing both the market and the lore surrounding these coins. The pursuit of 1992 pennies also demonstrates the significance of patience and diligence in collecting. Success rarely comes quickly. Often, years of study, sorting, and careful examination are required before a collector identifies a truly exceptional specimen. The process rewards those who combine technical knowledge with persistence, creating a compelling narrative where preparation meets chance and extraordinary discoveries emerge from seemingly ordinary circumstances. Ultimately, the 1992 1-cent coin embodies a unique convergence of historical significance, technical anomaly, collector psychology, and market dynamics. Its story continues to unfold with every discovery, every auction, and every analysis. Each coin carries not only its physical characteristics, but the potential for personal and financial transformation. The Close AM penny, along with other rare errors from 1992, stands as a testament to the enduring fascination with coins, the excitement of discovery, and the possibility that even the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold immense value, both tangible and intangible, inspiring collectors around the world to search, study, and dream.